Good day, friends. This is Justin from McQuade in Toronto, and I'm actually here in Nashville, Tennessee at Gibson with Dinesh, my new best friend. We're here to talk to you about this lovely new model from Gibson USA, the Les Paul Custom, the 70s version.
Very appropriate intro, by the way.
Thank you.
I thought the playing suited the guitar. So yeah. And, you know, we're really excited to see this back. As we were talking earlier, now made in the USA factory here in Nashville, Tennessee. Previously at Kalamazoo. But man, you know, I'm a big fan of customs in general. The appointments that you get with them, and it's great to finally see the 70s back in the lineup, you know. We wanted to make sure that they were definitely true to the originals, of course. We've got our ebony fretboard, as you would see on any custom, and then we've got T-type pickups. So a little hotter. You know, at that time, we were all trying to push amps a little bit harder, getting a little bit more gain, a little bit more rock out of them, so having those hotter pickups really helped. And we've got CTS pots and orange drop caps in the electronics. Got the binding, really nice touch there. This is the buttercream.
That's the one everyone's going to want.
This has been a popular color. So, you know, looking at the back there, which is all black, which is cool. That binding, again, that continues on the body all the way up to the neck. We've got that 70s profile neck, super comfy. Kind of reminds me of the 68.
I can see that, yeah.
Yeah, on that profile, you get the big blocks here, the split diamond at the top, and the Grover tuners on the back, man. So, I mean, it is a rock riff machine, you know?
Yeah, and that's the thing too, right? Like the prices of vintage guitars are like through the roof. But it's not just the 50s and the 60s stuff anymore. Like the 70s stuff is now starting to come up.
Yes. I think we were talking earlier too, you know, one of my fond memories of working in guitar retail shops during the late 90s to the 2000s, like, you know, we were still kind of looking for 50s and 60s, and all of a sudden, like, the 70s stuff starts creeping up. I mean, we were just looking online just now, and, you know, an easy 7 to 8,000 to close to 10 for some of these models.
Yeah.
You could probably get them for a little bit cheaper, but then we're kind of sacrificing quality and some of the stuff that might be changed out, like refrets and are all the parts original? They need to start stressing about all that stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So just to be able to have something really well, and the volute on the back.
Yeah, we forgot. Okay, so
this
is a really cool feature about the 70s model in particular, is the volute, and that's this little lip here at the end of the neck to give, I guess, the headstock a little bit more stability, but also, like when you're doing your open position chords and you're down here at the nut, give it a little something to grab onto there, which is super cool. And it's also worth noting that the necks on these are maple, which is a very 70s thing. You know, there's the Tonewood argument that, you know, wood is wood. I disagree.
I agree to disagree with you. Yes.
No, maple is just a brighter, you know, it's a harder wood. It's brighter. It gives an otherwise very dark sounding guitar that snap. Right?
Yes, I'm glad you pointed that out, because that is something that is the difference between even like an SG and a Les Paul, really, just to have that, you know, because originally, you know, these come out in 53, and then now these are coming out with the maple tops. And just adding that extra bite, like you said, on the top end with note definition. That's really the difference when I hear SGs and Les Pauls. You know, I hear a little bit more of that upper thing that happens with the maple tops.
Yeah.
And then having it here, you know, when we talk about ebony versus a rosewood fingerboard or a maple fingerboard, you know, ebony is kind of in the middle. You do get a little bit of the darkness of rosewood, but you also get a little bit of that ping, right? So now with the maple, there is something to it. I mean, when you were hitting the chords, I could definitely hear a little bit more clarity. The T-type's pushing. So, I mean, it lends itself for just a little more, you know, push through the mix kind of thing, which a lot of players were looking for at that time, you know. You've got wine red. That's like the first color I think of. You know, and then behind us we've got the sleek ebony,
classic,
and the tobacco. As a matter of fact, let me pull that one up for a second, because then we can really see the top. As a matter of fact, do you want to swap? I'll give you the ebony so we can kind of take a look at those. Leave these guys left out here. Come on, let's see what we got.
Oh boy! And it should be noted, as we're lifting these gigantic things. These are not weight relieved at all. Not even close.
And I will say, there is a thing about that.
Yeah.
We've got some people in our artist roster that prefer heavier guitars too for certain reasons. Now, you were talking about the maple tops. As you can see, as accuracy would show, there's the 3-piece here. So that's cool. You can kind of see it more on this finish. Let's see if you guys can see that. But that burst, man, that's just really cool to see. And that continues on the back of the neck.
Yeah, like this is the reason you'd buy the Sunburst model. It's not just the top, it's the back, it's the sides, it's the neck, it's the whole
little bit up here too, which is really nice. A little more subtle, you know. But yeah, getting that on the back, I know you were kind of eyeballing this one earlier. Now I'm kind of with you as a believer here. And again, the price of these guitars are just kind of going up in the vintage market. So, you know, why not grab a piece of a tonal history, as we guess we would call it. But yeah, really great to add in a collection. Maybe you've got a standard, maybe you've got another custom shop, you know, or some sort of custom. This would just be something great to have next to it. And again, just a little bit more oomph and volume with those T-types pickups there.
Yeah, a little bit more plunk, like we were saying with the ebony and the maple and everything. If you like Les Pauls, but you don't necessarily like how dark they can sometimes be, this might be the ticket.
Yeah.
The other ticket, I might add, is the witch hat knobs. So,
yes.
So we got you know the proper features, but then we got the cosmetic features as well. Witch hat knobs don't get enough recognition. They're just so cool looking. Like they're almost like amp knobs in a way, and they're like they feel so different, and you like grip them differently, and it's like. It's a total feel thing.
And then going back to that 68 thing, that was kind of one of the first things I saw when we, you know, because we do the 68 reissue guitars, and that was one of the things too that I noticed on those guitars that I really gravitated towards was seeing those knobs, and then also the Posi Lock strap.
Oh
buttons.
yeah, we got to talk about that. The strap pins are different, yeah, and that's also very of the era.
Yeah,
and I'm really glad that even though this isn't like a historic reissue, Gibson's taken the time and the care to replicate these features that were, you know, it's just like you went back to 1970 and you bought a custom. That's what you get when you open the case, even though what you're buying is not like a historic reissue or anything like that. Like that's so cool.
Yeah. No, it's great to see them back out there, and these come with the case, and again, the colors are just there. So yeah, we're excited about it, man. I say we listen to a little bit more of them. Let's give them a little spin.
Let's do it.
That screams. Let's hear the neck for a little bit. Reminds you of Jimmy Page, like in the middle for some reason.
Yeah,
like it always has
total,
that like
total Page.
Yeah, it sounds like the 70s, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow, totally different.
There it is.
That's got such great range on it. These pickups are voiced so well.
I like that when you were like, it was clean, and then like when you when you laid in, you could really hear the breakup. So again, having those higher output pickups at that time would have really helped for that. Because I mean, you were probably just playing through some Marshall or something with your volume knob.
Yeah, that's the thing. Channel switching wasn't a thing back then, really. And all you had was this. This was your controller for the amp. And man, what a controller it is. Dinesh, thank you so much for taking us through
Thank
these.
you. Likewise.
That's
good
awesome.
to see you guys.
Yeah.
We are appreciative of the partnership, and man, great to see you guys here in Nashville, man. Yeah. So hope to see you guys very soon.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Cool. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. It really helps out the channel. Until next time, my name is Justin. This is Dinesh. We'll see you later.
See you guys. Have a good one.